Meadow, and I'm here today on behalf of facepaintingtips.com to share a summer face painting tutorial with you. I'm going to be doing a day at the beach design, which is something I've come up with, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so let's get started. I'm going to start out by sponging a base coat on my forehead to look like the sky in the day when you're at the beach. So we're just going to make an oval shape, sort of like a half circle, right here on my forehead. Just try and make it as even as you can. So going out to my eyebrow, same thing at the other side. This is a metallic palette by Tag. It's the Pearl Teal and the Pearl Sky Blue. Okay, so it's okay to leave that space in the middle because we're going to put a sunshine there, so no worries about that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some waves on my eyelids using my cool Prisma cake, and you're just going to load it by going up and down over the same colors again and again until you've got it worked all the way up to that silver part. So I'm just going to lay this on my eyelid, sweep it up like that, and like that. And it doesn't really have to be perfect because I'm going to paint a lot on top of it. So no worries. There's going to be, you know, a little cloud in the sky like there normally is at the beach and the sun and things. So just get it on there like that. We're going to make it a little bit more wavy in just a moment with some embellishments. Do the same thing on the other side as best you can to keep them as even as possible. There's that. Okay, so you've got two waves coming out of your eyes. Now we're going to layer another small sort of wave sweeping up. So just layer it kind of right on top of itself. And there you go. And bring it up kind of to a point like that. And just do the same thing on the other side. So it's curving over like a wave that's crashing. Okay, so now I'm going to do a sun, which is, you know, a wonderful, very normal thing for face painters to do. Little small suns. Go figure that I have trouble painting circles on my own face. So I have this little sheet that I'm going to use since I'm painting my own face. You can use a regular number 5 round brush if you want, but this is what works pretty good for me. It's just, you can buy them at a craft store. It's a little sponge, just round shape. So what I do is I just lay it down, okay? Just, you can rotate it very, very gently, trying to keep it in the same spot until you get a circle, like a sun. And now how I make the points of the sun, we do that after we make the clouds. So I'm going to make some sort of clouds coming up away from my sun because, you know, I live in a beachy area and there's almost never not clouds at the beach here. So we're just going to make some really white puffy clouds, so no gloomy gloom or anything like that. So I'm going to do that by taking some white paint and very simply starting out kind of big by the sun. I'm going to make a bubble sort of shape, and then another bubble, and then another little one, and it's going to work up towards the cloud, and it's going to stop there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go, and just smooth that out and blend it in. Okay, so we've got some clouds around our sun. We're going to keep this brush white, and the reason for that is we're going to put yellow on top of blue, and we don't want it to be green. So I'm going to just get it a little bit wet, and I'm going to use this great yellow shade that I really like. This is on another Tag Rainbow cake, and it's almost an orange and a yellow right next to each other, but when you mix them together, it just makes this wonderful shade of golden, and I love it. And I'm going to use it to sort of be the sun rays that are coming out of my sun. Now I'm just going to find the middle, and I'm going to make a point coming up and out. Really simply. Coming up and out in the center. Now I know it's going down in the circle. Again, we're going to go over that circle again. So don't worry about that. It just gives you a good point of reference. I'm going to do one going down. Push down and flick. Push down and flick. Push down and flick. Push down and flick. Just make sure you go far enough outside your circle so that people can see the points. Okay, So we've got our points coming out of our sun. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this sponge just barely more damp. I'm going to literally dip my finger in water and just tap it onto the sponge. You don't want a lot of moisture to absorb into your sponge. You just want enough to get that paint wet and pick it up. And again, I've got the Pearl Split Cake, and I'm just going to squeeze this as tight as I can, put it on top of the orange and yellow colors, trying to avoid getting that green shade onto the sun. Just rub it on there like that. Get as much as you can. Go back to where you have your sun on your forehead and just give it a little shake, a little stipple, dab, 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 and just rotate really carefully so that you can stay right on top of that same spot. And it's just going to make your sun come to life. It's going to blend all of those, the points that dragged inward disappear. It's going to look really nice. And we're going to outline it in just a few minutes. So what I'm going to do now to play up my waves a little bit more before we start outlining is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my cool Prismacake again. And I'm going to load that dark blue color that's on here. And we're going to make some blue teardrops coming up out of the waves. And then we're going to make some white ones to kind of represent the white caps that are on top of waves. So we're going to just go down here and we're going to make these teardrops like they're little splashes of water. And we're going to make a couple coming up over the waves, like so. Same thing on the other side. All right. And now I'm going to grab that white that we just talked about. I'm going to tag white on my number 5 round brush. We're going to make some white caps, which are a good thing to make when the blue paint is still a little wet. Here we are, some waves coming down. We're going to mix that into the blue down here. Just fix anything that doesn't look perfect to you. Okay, so we've got our waves, we've got our sky. Now, it looks a little bit blended together because we're on camera and also because these colors are very complementary. There's not a lot of contrast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some outlining. I mean, everybody knows what outlining is. It's just go slow and carefully, and if you're not confident doing it, people will love it just the way it is. But I'm going to outline my design now, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all set up. All right, so now I've got my sun all outlined, and I'm going to show you how I outline my clouds. We're going to do something kind of cute. We're going to just go ahead and start tracing them like that. This one is going to come down and be a cute little swirl right there going into my sun. Then just keep moving along them. And a big poofy one coming out of the back. There we go. So there's my cloud coming out right here. And if you want, you can make more than one swirl coming down. Okay, and now that I have my clouds outlined, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my waves. So just go ahead and sort of go under them to create a shadow. Really delicately like that. If you want, you can bring a swirl up, but I'm just going to go ahead and trace these little splashes of water. That are right there, and I'm going to trace them on the other side too. And now, since we're at the beach, I'm going to just add a little bit of gold, golden yellow under my eyes to sort of represent the sand and just bring the whole day at the beach mask together. So just load up that that Prismacake, the tag cake I was showing you earlier, the rainbow colored one, mixing that yellow and orange together. And I'm just going to make some dots under my eye area. They're going to get smaller. As they move along. Okay, and once you've got that underneath your eyes, you're going to take a little bit of gold glitter, if you have gold glitter, or you can use translucent, that's perfect too. And you're going to tap that onto the sand so it sticks. That looks really sandy. It's got sparkle, it's got texture, and it's golden. Here we go. And I like to just rub a little bit of this yellow right along the top and then just blend it down with my finger so it kind of gets mixed in there. Touch it up at the top of the triangle. The reason I'm doing this is just so I can get more glitter to stick to my face. Goal of my life. Just some more of that gold glitter on there. Make the sun really sparkly. Alright, and you can just put glitter, translucent glitter if you have it, or blue glitter, whatever you've got. You can put it in the ocean and in the sky. And just make the whole design really sparkly. Give it that extra little touch. Just get it all over. Alright. Thank you so much for watching my Have a Day at the Beach tutorial. My name is Fairy Meadow. On behalf of myself and FacePaintingTips.com, I want to say thank you and have a wonderful summer.